Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. I am Brett Chapin. We're talking with guest, author, and stand-up comedian Anna Leffler. If you have any questions for Anna, make sure you give us a call at 1-800-336-2225, 1-800-336-2225, and get a copy of her book and maybe even a coffee mug that says "Doing Kegels as we speak." This is the first time I'm reading this coffee mug. AnnaLeffler.com.
Takes a big man to carry the Kegel mug around.
It does. It does.
That's a statement.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any women saying ever again, all guys are the same, because our guest is someone who wrote a book called The Chictionary. So I don't want to hear it. But, we were talking about, and getting back to getting back to a serious subject. We were talking about the whole thing about the media and how it portrays women.
Oh, right.
That type of thing. And you said there's been a little bit of a backlash about the book from some women.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of I think there are 462, 72, something like that, definitions in the book. And the task of sitting down and coming up with those was a little daunting. And so as I was pulling this together, I realized, I really hit the mother lode when I got in the beauty category. Mm-hmm. And I was really thankful for that, first of all, because that's a lot of stuff I needed to come up with. But it made me realize just all the things that women do, or that they feel they have to do, or that they feel like they can't not do. And
sure.
And if you pull all the way back from that and see how much easier it is to come up with terms in that category than some of the other categories, I think it does say something. It doesn't say something bad about women, but I think it was just very enlightening to me to have that category jump out as being so rich with material.
The beauty category?
Yeah, the beauty and grooming and all that. And it was funny because, again, the Chicago Tribune reporter said a lot of this stuff has to do with your appearance, but that's not to say that appearance is all that matters to women, but that's where some of the funniest terms get generated because of the things we do to ourselves. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that is dictated by kind of popular fashion and popular culture, and as grooming habits change and we become very focused on certain celebrities who have certain attributes that are now what everybody wants. Yeah, I just think it's fascinating.
Absolutely. I
really think it's fascinating. And I think that hits the female gender harder than it does the male gender, mm-hmm. for whatever reason,
I can imagine that it would.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to read a couple of you brought some?
Sure.
What did you call that? The leopard handbag of?
The leopard handbag of ladyhood. Can you? I don't know where to.
Right, very nice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
this is where I carry my definitions.
This is where all the definitions from the Chictionary are kept.
This is like the greatest hits. The greatest hits of the Chictionary.
I feel like this is like when Geraldo opened Jimmy Hoffa's tomb.
It's a lot like that.
Yeah. Except there's not a whiskey bottle in here.
It's not empty.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll read makeover because that's something that most women can relate to.
Okay.
Makeover, noun. A high-stakes experiment in which you turn your appearance over to someone whose last job, for all you know, was as a stylist on the kiddie pageant circuit. Done skillfully, the makeover can result in a polished, more confident you, while passing on new skills to bring out the best in your appearance every day. The other 97% of the time, however, the makeover leaves you gaping in stunned silence at the grotesquely glazed she-clown in the mirror and wondering how you're going to get your $400 worth of new makeup home without being accused of working another girl's corner. At least that's been my experience.
I've never had a makeover, but I've heard complaints.
It's just always interesting.
Yeah.
It reminded me of wedding preparation because,
Sure.
Your wedding day is probably the day you look least like yourself, ironically.
Yeah.
And I remember, going to a makeup artist beforehand and kind of trying some things out and looking in the mirror and going, really?
Am I supposed to
pink
look like that?
Pink eyeshadow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, you always want to stay away from the pink eyeshadow.
Well, I felt like I needed to wear a name tag. So when he came down the aisle, he'd be like, you're the one I'm supposed to marry.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You all work so hard on when you're getting ready to get married. There's so much preparation that goes into that.
Oh, it's a whole thing. It's a whole. I have a wedding section. There's a whole wedding category.
And you have
Because it's its own thing.
You have a definition in there for hard to get. You have a definition for one night stand.
Relationships.
Relationship section.
Another rich category of material.
How many definitions are there total?
I think it's 460 something. 62, 65, something like that.
Everything you ever wanted to know.
Or didn't.
About being a chick. Or
didn't.
didn't.
Well, the interesting thing was, it was I had 2 months to write the book, so it was literally at a dead run. So I really was happy to hit the beauty category and realize that there was this just outpouring of funny terms.
Sure.
Because that's a short time frame, and I was really thankful to hit that.
Definitely. Wait, you had how long? 2 months?
2 months
to write a 400 and something page book.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know how you do it.
It was a good challenge.
226 page book in 2 months.
That was about 57,000 words, something like that.
Wow.
But you know what? I'm a big believer in you don't know who you are until you know what you can do, and I love a challenge.
Sometimes you
very grateful to have that task.
Yeah. They lit a fire under you, and you succeeded magnificently. It sounds like.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Guys, if you have any questions for our guest, author Anna Leffler, make sure you give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. 1-800-336-2225. You can check her out on her website as well at annaleffler.com, ANNALEFLER. We'll be back on La La Land on CRN Digital Talk.